We take a break from talking about drivers coming and going to look at what I think could be one of the more interesting schedule release seasons in recent memory, both at the local and national level. All on today's edition of the Sprint Car Unlimited 9 at 9. Let's start nationally. There haven't been a ton of dates released just yet, but there have been some leaks and changes on the World of Outlaws side. They include a mid-May trip to Canada being moved to the third week of July. And then there's that Ohio Memorial Day triple being replaced by dates at Knoxville and Huset's. There could be more changes with the Outlaws. The Williams Grove National Open, which traditionally goes off the first week of October, has tentatively been moved back a weekend, due in part to conflicts associated with the Dennis Roth Classic. If the Grove stays in that slot, there will be less weekends in the Northeast, which could leave no room for next year's Dirty Jersey finale at Bridgeport. Again, this is a fluid situation, so we'll see how it turns out. I also think the high limit schedule is going to look different, but that's to be expected. The series is entering its third season as a national touring circuit, and Brad Sweet and company are still trying to figure out what works and what doesn't. Don't be surprised if High Limit starts its season again in Las Vegas and then treks down to Central Arizona before heading to the lower Midwest or South. I also believe you're going to see plenty of new tracks and others go by the wayside. Look for places like Eagle, Port Royal, and Skagit to continue as staples on a schedule that will likely see change for a while. On the local scene, by that I mean Central Pennsylvania, you could see some races cut as tracks look to work together on some things in 2026. I'm hearing a series could be put in place which has Lincoln and Port Royal going dark or laying down for one another at different times during the season. Again, nothing is for certain except for the dates that have been released. But like teams and drivers swapping rides, I think this could be one of the more interesting off seasons for schedules in quite some time. It also could be a sign of things to come in the future. That's going to wrap up this edition of the Sprint Car Unlimited 90 at 9, and we'll be back tomorrow. Stay tuned.